In October 2025, a DoorDash driver went viral after claiming she was SA'd by a customer while dropping off his order. But soon after, her original video would vanish. Still, that single accusation was enough to set social media on fire. I'm boycotting DoorDash. Sue both DoorDash and your local police station for negligence. Within hours, thousands said they were deleting the app entirely. I will not support a company that doesn't protect their workers. But with her video proof taken down and her voice seemingly silenced, the Dasher began to spiral.
My account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done.
Then the narrative started to twist.
She is not the victim. She is trying to gaslight and manipulate us.
And even DoorDash appeared to turn against her, their own employee. Suddenly, everyone had different versions of events, and the majority turned against the Dasher. If a man did this, he would unironically be in jail and his entire life would be ruined. So, what exactly happened that night that has people on TikTok so divided, and some even calling it a smear campaign?
This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim.
In order to follow the timeline the same way viewers did when this story unfolded, we won't show the original video in full just yet. It all started on October 12th when Dasher Livy Rose Henderson took a DoorDash order. The customer requested their food be left at their front door. But according to Livy, when she arrived, the door was already open, giving a clear view inside the home. What she claimed to see inside was the customer supposedly pretending to be asleep on the couch, exposing his lower region with his pants and boxers down to his ankles. Livy claimed this act made her a victim of indecent exposure, or more specifically, SA. The video has been taken down within days, but later we'll break down exactly what it showed with the actual footage. Many people were immediately disgusted with the customer's actions. Pants down, leaving your door wide open, knowing you have a delivery on its way? His intention is there. That's SA. This is why, as a single mom, I have a male name on my DoorDash customer account. Some thought this was something more sinister. Did he think this is an adult film? He doesn't want her to sleep with him. He wants her to be revolted. He wanted her to scream and say, "Ew, you're disgusting." Source, SW for 10 plus years, can spot a humiliation interest from a mile away. And many encouraged her to sue the business. Thousands even gathered together to protest on DoorDash's TikTok to draw attention to the situation. Justice for SA victims. Address this now. DoorDash doesn't care about its workers. So DoorDash doesn't believe in women. Got it. A day after the incident, on October 13th, Livy responded to a comment that said, "You should honestly report this to the police if you feel comfortable to." She explained she reported it to DoorDash first because
I wasn't sure of DoorDash's process for SA, or if this was even reportable to the police in New York State because he was in his home.
DoorDash, however, was unresponsive, which Livy found strange.
I reported this to DoorDash over 12 hours ago, and they're supposed to call me back, which is strange because I've reported a couple less serious incidents before, and they called me back within 1 to 2 hours for those reports.
Livy eventually called a non-emergency line, which led to a police officer meeting her in person and reviewing the video she had filmed.
And he asked me if I want to press charges, and I said, yeah, if there are charges to press, I would prefer that because I don't want this to happen to somebody else again.
The police officer allegedly told her there wasn't much he could do.
He said he's not sure if there are charges that can be pressed at this point because he was inside of his house, and specifically he said it's not like he came up to his door with it out or like his window with it out or whatever.
But regardless, the officer said he would go to the customer's home to hear his side of the story. Livy, on the other hand, believed the customer had disturbing intentions.
Like, how likely is it that it's cold outside? It's pretty chilly. Your ceiling fan is on. You got all your lights on in your house. You got your front door open, right? You just ordered DoorDash 15 minutes ago. You're asleep on the couch with your pants and your underwear to your ankles. Like, come on now. That is voyeurism. That is exhibitionism. That was something against my own will that I was fulfilling for that man.
And she pointed out something concerning.
That man lives in a duplex. In that video, you'll see another door next to his. That's another apartment unit right next to his. That could be a family. Anybody could walk out and seeing what you're doing on your couch. It could be a child. Anybody could come up on your porch and see that.
Some were concerned with the police's reaction. By the way, the police officer lied to your face. Was his point that SA reported inside of the offender's house doesn't count as SA? Girl, take this to court. You are getting gaslit. Call an attorney. But some couldn't help but notice. Why isn't the video available anymore? They removed the video, only leading to speculation that Livy may have been clout chasing. Some didn't see an issue to begin with, explaining how they would have handled the situation. I would have laughed and said, "Your food's here, buddy." The next day, on October 14th, Livy had another shocking update.
Hey guys, I just lost my job. They just punished me for posting about my while DoorDashing.
Livy explained DoorDash is supposed to give a reason for deactivation and a link to appeal their decision.
And they didn't. So I contacted support and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account.
Another day later, on October 15th, Livy posted 3 TikTok videos. In the first video, she revealed her appeal was rejected.
So yep, I really lost my job.
And that she still did not receive any explanation on her deactivation, so she spoke with customer support. She spent nearly an hour on the phone, only to be told by the highest available team that they couldn't explain why she lost her job.
There's no way that they could tell me with the reason I just lost my job.
In her second video, she revealed her TikTok account was at risk of being banned after she posted the video of the customer in 2 videos, one time uncensored and a second time censored.
They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok.
Livy then broke down in frustration.
So not only did I get a 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim.
Livy even explained how she would have been paid for her second video, which TikTok took down.
They were gonna have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were gonna have to pay me for all those views I got. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
In her third video, she attempted to retell the incident for a third time, but this time not showing the video of the customer. TikTok has not taken this video down, and she made it very clear how she was affected in the situation.
I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right? Is this making sense to anybody?
People were shocked, writing, "They fired you because you spoke out about being SA'd?" But that same day, DoorDash finally responded in the comments section to an Instagram post. And then again, a day later on TikTok in a photo statement, clarifying that they would never deactivate someone for reporting SA, full stop. They also revealed there's been an active investigation with police and that DoorDash is prepared to fully support any of their efforts. And even though they couldn't give Livy a reason for deactivation over the phone, they were able to blast it online, writing, "Posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated, along with the customers while we investigated." And despite Livy losing her account, DoorDash says she still has full access to her earnings. Livy posted a response video not long after, highlighting how DoorDash couldn't respond to her personally, but could make public statements once they got enough backlash.
I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys.
Livy said once those public statements were made, they sent her an email.
And they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements. Like literally within the same hour.
Livy's emotional breakdown paired with DoorDash's response had people looking twice. But with the original video deleted, viewers were relying on reposts, many of which were manipulated. Such as this still shot from the video with the entryway heavily cropped, giving the appearance of the door looking almost closed. This led to false accusations like this. His door was not wide open, but if you look closer at the image,
there's literally text that is cropped out. Did anyone even look at this picture before sending it to me? Even though it's not even really necessary to do this, but I even overlaid a screenshot that I took from this video and changed the opacity. It's literally the same. Like, what are we talking about?
And if that wasn't proof enough, here's a side-by-side comparison showing the image was in fact cropped. People also circulated fake still shots of a hand on the door, likely AI generated, which sparked rumors that she pushed the door, and also spread false accusations like this. Her original video stated she opened the door herself. There were even rumors that she doxed his full address, which is not true. In the original video, no street signs were shown. She did, however, capture the house number on video, which should have been blurred. And on Twitter, there was this still shot circulating, showing a slightly open door that was bent, which people again believed.
When you see a cracked door, it's on you. If you push open somebody's door, everything else that took place is on you. I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me, that looks like a cracked door to me.
But this has not been verified, and there is no full video of this moment. People also misunderstood DoorDash's statement, believing Livy was inside the customer's home, leading to many false accusations like these. You were trespassing. She saw the door was cracked open a little and decided to enter someone's home. But if you look closer at the phrasing, posting a video of a customer in their home, they simply meant the customer was in their home with no mention of Livy stepping inside. And finally, people were claiming the customer released doorbell footage. By the way, the dude had ring cam footage and it showed that she pushed the door open and the door was closed. The doorbell footage isn't available because it's now evidence. But this has not been verified, and there is still no ring footage released a few weeks later. Yes, the story took a life of its own, and soon the majority of Livy's comment section was filled with people going against her. Some called her out for the rumor that she walked inside the house. It's called DoorDash, not Room Dash. Home invasion is a serious problem. Others didn't consider indecent exposure a form of SA, but rather SH. As an SA survivor, please do not call that SA. This is why victims don't get taken seriously. A few criticized her on specifics. Was the SA you seeing a guy with his pants down, or is there a part of the story we're missing? How were you SA'd if he was sleeping? Thousands couldn't understand why she felt compelled to film the unclothed customer, and even worse, upload it publicly. She said she was SA'd for seeing it, but then took a video and uploaded it where other people saw it. So by her logic, does that mean she SA'd all those people? But some understood it was for evidence. However, for many, that didn't matter because supposedly, she didn't have to look in. Many urged DoorDash to give the customer his account back and warned Livy she could get sued for defamation. There was also one other side of the debate, one that humanized the customer. Did the guy maybe fall asleep cranking it and forgot he ordered DoorDash? Do you know for sure it was bad intent? Ever stop to think he may have been experiencing a medical emergency? I'd be calling for a wellness check. I'm with you on this. I once had an alcoholic roommate who would get day drunk, order food, and then pass out. If she had the place to herself, sometimes I'd come back to her passed out in various states of undress. So, was Livy in the wrong? It all came down to, did she push the door open? Even though TikTok removed Livy's videos twice, we managed to find a copy. The only adjustment we made is adding a sensor to the man's lower region to comply with guidelines. So let's take a look at exactly what happened. The video starts with the delivery order on the customer's porch. Livy then pans upward to show the door was wide open. The angle she was standing at when she dropped off the order gave her a clear view towards the couch on the left of the house, where a man was laying down. While some argue
that she is clearly going in for the most bestest angle possible. She wants to make sure that she gets everything on camera.
the way the porch steps are positioned forces you to walk towards the door at an angle. He lives in a duplex and his door is on the left. Back to the footage. Livy, with her phone out, likely after taking a photo of the DoorDash order to confirm proof of delivery, then turned her camera towards the man and zoomed into him. She did not step into the house, so we can rule out the rumor of trespassing. The customer had one arm covering his eyes, making it difficult to tell if he was awake. His other hand was near his lower belly. His pants and boxers were down to his ankles, suggesting something intimate may have just happened. After capturing the customer on video, Livy walked away and turned the camera back to herself and said,
That's up.
In text on screen, she exposed the customer's first name and further elaborated that his front door was wide open and 59 degrees. She also put brackets around falls asleep, seeming to suggest she thought he was faking sleeping. This situation is tricky because she's not filming the entire time like a police body cam would. The moment she stepped out of her car and walked towards the porch would have been crucial to see whether the door was open or if she pushed it open. So without this information, there are 5 possible scenarios. 1. If the door was closed and Libby opened it herself, she would be in the wrong. Pushing open the door interferes with private property, regardless of what she saw after. 2. If the door was wide open before Livy got there and the man was deliberately lying there exposed, Livy would be a victim of indecent exposure. Even though the customer is in a private space, he was still viewable from the porch and sidewalks, which are public spaces. 3. If the door was slightly open and the man was deliberately lying there exposed and Livy pushed it open further, both parties are at fault. His for intent, hers for interfering with private property by pushing the door. 4. If the man was on substances, forgetful, or whatever the reason which made him forget to close the door before he went about his personal business, there may not have been intent to expose, so he probably wouldn't be criminally liable, but Livy would still be justified in feeling disturbed. 5. If the door was originally closed but an intruder broke in, then the man would be a victim of a break-in and unintentionally exposed. Livy would become a witness to something that looked intentional but wasn't. But this is a very unlikely scenario to happen within 15 minutes after placing a food delivery. If this was scenario 2, then her concern of experiencing indecent exposure is valid. As one person argued, "I worked at a law firm that took on Lyft and Uber SA cases. Indecent exposure was also considered SA. In fact, several people came forward with their stories, claiming customers do this more than you think. At least 2 Dashers said they saw customers open the door with their privates exposed, topless in a towel, being invited in while cranking it, and even sent private photos through the DoorDash chat. Then, after being very vocal, Livy suddenly went silent for 9 days. Rumors continued to spiral, but there were some people who tried to defend Livy.
This type of lie scares me. It is scary how quickly people are taking misinformation and running with it just to smear a woman that they don't like.
The main argument was people were simply speaking without proof.
This is a serious SA situation. You can't just say, oh, I didn't have all the information. Oh, everybody else was saying it. And there's people that have hundreds of thousands of followers or even millions of followers seeing this with no evidence. Y'all know karma is real, right?
Especially spreading the rumor of a Ring doorbell footage.
I believe the girl, for the record, because not a single person trying to discredit her can show this mythical original video where the door was only cracked open.
Also, it's been 5 days since she dropped her video. If this video of this so-called original video didn't come out yet, it does not exist.
No one's been able to find it. No one's even been able to quote it. So, you guys just hate women.
Some called out what they saw as fake activism.
But the most infuriating part are the comments and the people making videos. Just people jumping at the chance to be like, that's not SA, this actually harms real victims. You don't give a about that. All because she tried to do the smart thing and get it on video, which she shouldn't have posted it, but the guy still knew what he was doing. You could see him from the sidewalk. But now they believe her less. They think they got the okay to dogpile her, so now they're in her comments like, just bought DoorDash, just got Dash Pass. Yeah, you're totally the ones that care about real victims. You're totally not just repeating the cycle of public backlash that stops victims from ever coming forward.
And while she shouldn't have posted the uncensored evidence online,
I'm not saying that she handled this or is handling this perfectly.
some felt she was still justified to film as evidence.
Because if she hadn't filmed it, you guys would have said that she's lying.
Another person put it simply.
I also have a question for anyone who is on the internet with their full chest trying to defend this man, and not only defend him, but claim that he is the victim. Is it normal for you to order DoorDash and then get super drunk before or after ordering DoorDash and then see that your Dasher is 15 minutes away, and not only 15 minutes away, but also a woman, and then open your door and then pull your pants and underwear down around your ankles and then fall asleep on the couch? If that is normal for you, then I think that you need to be homed. Like, seriously, because I think that at best you are stupid and reckless, and at worst you are a predator.
This all led to one thought.
I have never seen a psyop go so well with misinformation in my life, and it made me realize y'all just jump on here and talk.
A Redditor even went so far as to say this was nothing but misogyny. There is nothing but lies and bots. This is just the perfect example of Darvo and how quickly and effectively social media can be manipulated with bots. We are absolutely cooked as a society. Others agreed, alleging, "This is a campaign and the message is women should know their place, that men will not be held accountable for harassing women, that the law is on their side. PDF Files own TikTok now. They're trying to make it a safe space for creeps." Then, when October 26 came around, Livy posted an update. She once again recounted what happened on October 12th, but this time she addressed the rumors.
There have been a lot of people saying things like I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things, and I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time.
This could mean Livy may have other proof like dashcam footage or witness of a neighbor, to name a few. And claiming she could not post it right now could mean she may be handling this with a lawyer. And somehow, things got even worse. In Livy's original video, she exposed the customer's first name, which we will call A. Internet sleuths likely found the city Livy is from and began searching for A's name in that region. Now people are spreading screenshots of a man who shares the same first name who has a criminal charge.
Now, looking more into the case, you can actually see that he was in trouble for indecent exposure, but since it was his first time, it got moved down to disorderly conduct.
But people quickly called this out.
That is not the same as the one that's in the DoorDash video. You just found a random person named with a criminal record and y'all just ran with it.
As the story continues to take a life of its own, people remain divided on who they support. On one end, many believe Livy did too much.
First of all, if she saw the door was open, out of basic respect, you shouldn't look inside somebody's home.
On the other side, some believe the customer had ill intent.
But I am saying that that man knew what he was doing.
And for some, waiting for answers felt like the right call.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe in a few months we'll know what's going on.
While you're here, check out our video on the latest viral accessory that TikTok fears is ruining our privacy for good. And consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue to create videos like these.